Welcome, everybody. This is Uncle Barin, and I will be starting a new channel here on YouTube to show off my bonehead moves. I love the long dark, so I thought I'd start off with some long dark. Why not, right? Still working out kinks. I'm new to this. I'm not an expert at this at all, so bear with me as I go. I'll make adjustments, make things a little bit better, but I'm going to be doing me a Stalker series. And we're going to go ahead and start in Timberwolf. I'm feeling brave today. So why not? I'll grab a few of these feats. I'm going with Fire Master. I deserve it. And Cold Fusion. Now, this might, be a source of tension for some people, but I'm turning the kitty off. And I'm turning the Scurvy off. I'm going to leave the trader on. I just don't want to deal with the Scurvy chasing and the fishing and the... later on it gets a little bit annoying. No big deal. I did a 500-day run with the Cougar and Scurvy, and I just thought I wanted to relax a little bit. I just don't really think those two elements really mix well with the game. I don't know. I know it's easy to fend it off, just like Cabin Fever is easy to fend off, but let's go ahead and do this. Oops. Did I spell right, huh? All right, let's see where we start. Right in front of the hut would be lovely. Although I know I ain't got that kind of luck. If my mic does a little bit of weird things, guys, I apologize. I'm still working on tweaking the noise cancellation. So sometimes it's clipping a little bit when I'm talking, but I'll adjust things as I go along. And feel free to leave any comments or suggestions, or I'm not good at editing, so don't expect a whole lot of that. It's gonna be more new channel, so I have to upload smaller videos. So I'm gonna do like a series of them and upload them. I'm gonna try to keep them between 17 and 22 minutes tops, and see how that goes. See how much I'm gonna be able to upload. And, because it doesn't really specify, because obviously it's going to be based on, when I'm done and I render the video to upload. What size is it? So I've already done a couple pilot runs. So a brand new laptop, new monitor, keyboard, mouse. So I'm still getting used to a lot of things. I have multiple monitors, so I can see what I'm doing. I was gonna leave. That'd be kind of silly. Let's just go back this way. And plus, I got talking. I got a little distracted there for a second, to be honest with you. But I was living for the last 16 years. I just moved here, and I have fiber internet. But where I was living for 16 years, I had DSL because there was no fiber optic cables through the area I lived in. It was in the woods in north central Florida, and the only thing available was AT&T DSL at 3 megabyte download speed with 0.28 upload. No, I'm not kidding. It was that bad. So I really didn't get to do my YouTube aspirations, like I wanted to. Just kind of played games solo for quite a long time. I could connect to, friends' games and play, but I couldn't do any hosting or anything on my computer because I just didn't have the internet, the bandwidth, especially the upload being that pathetic. This is just killer speeds. I'm getting a gig down, a gig up. That's and I could even upgrade that. I don't really see a need to. It seems like there's only 2 of us on this connection, so I think I'll be just fine with what I got. So I got a new mic. This software I'm not familiar with, so I'm still learning that. I'm a bonehead, as you probably read in my description to the channel. I do boneheaded things. You'll see, guys. Trust me. When I do boneheaded things, I do it good. I excel at boneheadery. Okay. So that said, this isn't that bad, actually. They'll be right over here by the hut. I'm not worried about that putz. Go to hell, brah. I mean, you know, these wolves, they just have no consideration. Aster just got here and he's already starting his crap. You know? She doesn't deserve this kind of behavior, I don't think. Not worried about him anyway. He's just a putz. Look at the graphics. This laptop is just smoking it. I got so like smooths out the snow and stuff. I didn't get into the, you know, that downloadable content you could get for the graphics. This is just the base game stats that I have jacked all the way up. Like everything's as high as it can go. I smoothed out the snow. I don't know. Look at it. Just looks awesome. Of course, there's the plane crash up there. Gotta remember when I was maybe 100 hours into the long dark in survival, because I'd done the story mode a long time ago, and I kind of put the game on the shelf, and I was playing other things for quite a while. And I came here, and the trouble I had finding that, let me tell you. But I figured it out. I roamed around. I don't use the charcoal. I don't use the map feature. One of the only achievements I don't have, I think, at this point. Well, there's a few I don't have, but like snaring rabbits, for instance. That's fine. I don't play Interloper a lot. I did like 120 days, and I just wasn't for me.
This will come in handy.
I might, you know, on here do that. You know, Hinterland's getting ready for the next long dark. They're gonna have a hard time selling it to me and a lot of players, I think. We'll see. I'm not going to set my expectations too high because I don't want to get let down. But I'm sure it'll be good. It's just we don't know, you know. This is going to be a hard one to top because, in my opinion, this is a masterpiece. It's got bugs. Every game does. Still some things they probably could fix. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's kind of got to work around things sometimes, you know. That's why it's a good idea in the long dark to back up your saves every now and then. If you're going to get rolled back, make sure it's not too bad, right? Although I've never really had any problems with that, to be honest with you. I think I had one corrupt save in the many hours I've played this game, so it's not terrible. Let's see what they give me. What? No freaking hat? Yo. All right, so we need a hat. We need a hat. Hat would be lovely. Okay, so get these in there, that in there. 47% on our hacksaw, it's not terrible. Decent amount of fuel in there. This is what we have for gear right now. I'm going to get rid of that as soon as I get some old man's beard because of, you know, the weight. It's troublesome. I don't need this stuff because I have Fire Starter 3. But back to the cat thing, the Cougar. I don't mind it. I just think that really the craftables from it doesn't really make it worth the pain in the ass it can be, you know. I mean, he's pretty easy to get down. Well, as long as you're not really surprised by him. If you can get distance on him with a rifle, you're good. You can drop fires down, and we got Timberwolves already out of the gate. Those are over there, peoples. Oh, my goodness. You couldn't let me get settled in a little bit, right, you bastards? Just gonna come running out in here and think you own the place. I don't know what they are. I'm getting kind of aggravated now. So now I got to go all the way the hell around. All right. I mean, I don't really have any way to fight them off. I could drop down a fire and throw torches in their face and demoralize them, but that's, you know, a process I don't want to really do right now. For the sake of recording this video, anyway, I don't really want to bore you guys with building a fire and throwing torches at people's faces. So I'll just go around. Hopefully they don't aggravate me on the other side. Aggravate. My God, the brain's not working good today. I need to get my coffee today. That's probably what it is. Generally, it's the first thing I do in the morning, but I just moved, like I was saying, and I've got boxes and boxes, and you know, I was at that residence for 20 years, and I had to sell it. Sold my property. And I moved. And needed the money, you know. And I wanted to be able to start a YouTube channel and get a new vehicle and take care of some health problems and get my pets to the vets and all that stuff that I really couldn't afford before. So I had to sacrifice the house. It was my marital property. So my wife had passed away in January of this year. She was 59 years old. And yeah, so it's been a rough and interesting ride to get where I am right now. I'm excited about the next chapter. I'm not excited about how I got here. Not to get too sappy with y'all, but you know, I was with her for 32 years, and she was my soulmate, best friend, beautiful woman inside and out. We got along great, always did. She did a lot for me. I did a lot for her. You know, I cooked, I cleaned, I did laundry. You know, so she was spoiled. She didn't cook at all the whole time we were married. She once in a while she'd cook me up something, but I did the majority of it, and I don't mind. I don't mind doing laundry. I don't mind cleaning. You know, I'm not one of those male chauvinist pig kind of guys. You know, I'm not saying, you know, it's bad if you are. It's just each to their own. You know, I'm not the believer the woman should be barefoot in the kitchen. You know, I always looked at women as equals because they're the portal to life, right? You know, and I just love being around women, more so than men. They're just interesting. They interest me. All right, I really want to have to go this way, but it was best to avoid them. Right now, what I want to try to do is get to the bunker over here. At least check that. And get our butts to the summit. You know, see what we got up there. Hoping to get 2 expedition parks. That'd be nice. The start to this is probably going to bore you guys, so I'm doing raw footage, really not editing. So there's going to be a lot of stuff like up the summit I'm going to be doing, and feel free to fast forward through it, guys. You know, I gotta get this end of things down, the creative end, and the adjusting the computer and the softwares I'm using, and you know, just working out some kinks and little bugs here and there. And once I get things situated and settled, I'll be able to better learn the editing, because I know nothing about it. I've never edited video in my entire life, so all the stuff I've done on computers, just I'm a computer gamer. I started back in Windows 3.0. I've been playing, you know, I've been playing that long. I remember one of my earlier systems in life, it was a Intel Pentium 2 with a Voodoo 3 graphics card in it. And we all just thought those were the most bomb things ever, right? And now look at us. We're in the terabytes and more RAM than, you know, you probably need. This laptop I got's pretty nice. It better be for the price tag ahead. That's all I gotta say. It's got a couple little glitches about it, but I'm working on fixing those as well. Wasn't too happy when I ordered it and got it, and there was an issue with the... For some reason, it doesn't want to turn the... if any of you know the answer to this, or ran into this problem, man, feel free to let me know in the comments. I really appreciate it. But what's happening is like when I shut the computer down and turn it back on, you can hear the monitors load. Like it does this little, like, I'm on Windows 11 now. It does this like little jingle thing, and then the monitors just stay backlit. They don't light up. They're not loading in. So I did a factory reset on it. I redid the NVIDIA drivers using their app, so I know I have the right drivers and all that, and still doing it. So what I have to do is, when that happens, when I boot the computers, I have to close the lid to the laptop and then open it, and then the 2 monitors come on. And I played with the, you know, power settings with the lid open, lid closed, how it reacts, what it does. I did all that. So I don't know if it's a failure in the lid itself to the laptop's not, the switch is not working right, or what's going on with it. But when the thing's running, it's a beast. You know, it's and it should be. It's just that there's pretty upsetting. You know, you don't spend that kind of money and then get it, and it's like you should have no issues, right? And I bought, you know, $300-$400 computers I'd have problems with. So, not complaining. Very, I will make things work. I'll figure it out. If I have to take it to a local guy, I will. Because I don't want to. If I was to mail this out, I'd have to wait. Like, geez, I don't know, so probably 14 days or more for the whole return it and then them send me a new one. There's nothing wrong with it when it's running. It's just that one little issue I'm having. And I've been scouring the tech boards here and there, checking the internet, obviously Google and all that, and I'm not finding anything specifically related to this issue. So if any of you know anything about that, I mean, I even tried like disconnecting my, because I have a 32-inch Odyssey 5 curved monitor for my main monitor, and then obviously the laptop. I do have a USB switch, and I do have another monitor, but I don't have it hooked up. So even if I disconnect my main monitor and just try to load the laptop, it still does the same thing. It turns on, you can hear it load, and then it just stays backlit, like just a dim black screen. Then I shut the lid, wait like 5 seconds, and open it, and it turns on. So I don't know what's going on with it. It's driving me nuts, though. Figure it out eventually. Working on the balancing, like I said, of the levels. Right now, things look good. I got the settings in the game here turned down so the wind's not overly loud and, you know, drowning me out. So I did a few test runs for it. I didn't just jump on here and start recording. I have been doing some stuff in the background, just kind of, you know, doing little pilots, so to speak, just to test everything, adjust some things, and I think I got it decently. You know, I got a decent headset mic. I have a boom mic as well, but that's not hooked up right now because I'm waiting on a new shock absorber part for it because the one I had fell apart. The arm on it's kind of old. If I have to get a new one, I just will. But so I'll be swapping over to that mic at some point.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
This one I'm using right now, the headset mic I got, so it's a Razer. One of the higher end ones. Can't remember the exact model of it. Getting old and senile. But we're approaching about 18 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this one right here. And I'd like to thank y'all for coming on into the introductory video of the channel. This is Uncle Baron, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Episode 2 coming up. Thanks.